As you saw in the previous video, I got a box of 1988 Topps baseball cards, wax box in the mail. And I thought this would now be as good a time as any to break it because, man, this is just going to be fun. I mean, there's not really anything of value in here, but the box was only like 15 bucks or something like that. It was cheap. So why not? Let's just, we're staying at home, quarantine in the house, like voluntarily quarantine. We're not sick or anything, but let's just have some fun breaking a box. It's got 36 packs. I used to open these back in the day, back in 1988. I had so many. Obviously, we're looking for like Hall of Famers, Nolan Ryan, Mike Schmidt. He's my favorite player of all time. Cal Ripken Jr., any of the big names. I can't remember if there was anything good in the rookies. I mean, Don Mattingly, that's such a sweet card in the front. Right here on the front, Matt Noakes, he was a rookie, has the gold, the rookie cup. That was one of my favorite cards back in the day, so I'm hoping there'll at least be one in here. It's still, I mean, this card, like, if you get it and it's a PSA 10, it's like $40 or something. It's ridiculous because he was never really a big name for Detroit or anything, but it was just, I don't know, it's kind of iconic and cool looking. It's not on my, I'm doing that iconic cards list on Instagram, and clearly Matt Noakes is not going to be on the list, but I like it. Bottom, let's see who's on the bottom. Hi, sweet. Schmidt's on the bottom, and Nolan Ryan. Those are pretty cool. They're in Kenta Colvey, Ricky Henderson. Not bad, not bad. I'm trying to keep that actually. Anyway, all right, let's break. Let's see what we got here. I just like to keep one pack and just set it aside. I don't know, just why not? Let's keep it. Let's take these out. It'll be easier because there should be 36 packs. I doubt anybody was pack searching through these. I don't know what you would be trying to pull. I mean, if you're pack searching through 86 and resealing them, you're scum and you've got way too much time on your hands. But I just say for Schmidt card. Schmidt becomes baseball's all-time home run leader at third base. I think Nolan Arenado might have something to say about that in a few years. Schmidt's my favorite, like I said, of all time. Nolan Arenado is one of my absolute favorites right now in the game. I think he will go down as the all-time greatest third baseman ever, quite possibly. It just seems like the career that he's doing right now, he doesn't get the credit that he deserves because he plays for Colorado, and everybody says the whole Coors Field distorts the numbers. Maybe it does, but I don't know. Let's see what we got here. That opened pretty easily. I'm not sure if that's a good sign or not. Should be a piece of gum in each of these. My wife said she'd try the gum, but I just don't think that that's a good idea. Hopefully it doesn't stain anything. I smell it. Doesn't have any smell to it anymore. I can't remember if it did back in the day, but it doesn't now. Oh, I know another card that might be in here is the, God, what's his name? Keith Comstock? Because I saw a Padres card here. There's a Keith Comstock card from 88 Topps where the name is in white or yellow or something for the Padres. It's a really, really rare version. So that'd be cool to pull it if we could find that card. Let's see what we got. Set aside any Hall of Famers or anything good we got. Vince Coleman, pretty good. Chris Brown. I don't think it was that Chris Brown. Dave Stewart had a good career. Put the face on Jesse Orosco in there. I'm not sure what's going on. Macklemore. Let's set this over here. All right, one down. 15 cards in each pack times 36 is, I don't know, a lot. So let's see. Cards, they seem to be in pretty good shape. Dwight Gooden, that's pretty cool. It's off center. I doubt it was worth anything. Roger McDowell. Just a little insert thing. Lenny Dykstra. As a Phillies fan, I used to be a big fan of his back in '93, getting the World Series, but turned out to be, speaking of Keith Comstock, we'll finish that story. He turned out to be not the nicest person. I'm pretty sure that's the blue name. I think that's the normal one. I don't think that's I want to say it's yellow or white, but that's cool to get. I'll set that one aside. Great Butler. There's the card that was, the gum was on it. You can see it's kind of like, it has the measles basically. It's, you know, hopefully we don't hit any of the good cards that have that gum stain on it, because that's pretty nasty. Oh, Pedrique. I like the rookie cups. Terry Steinbach, nice. Trying to see who's got. Lee Smith, I was a Hall of Famer, but Mitch Williams. Well, again, as a Phillies fan, I don't need to go any further. Still have PTSD from that day. I don't blame Mitch Williams. If there's any other Phillies fans out there, I don't blame him. He did not. It's not his fault that Joe Carter launched one to the moon, but I do blame him earlier for blowing leads. I forget how much they had, like a 5-run lead in the previous game or something, and he blew it. So yeah, but that last game, anybody could have gave that up. Candy Maldonado, Bruce here. Brett Saberhagen, he had a nice career. It's like a blurry card. There's some other cool rookies that really aren't valuable, like I say Sam Horn, Mike Greenwell from Boston. Those cards were hot back in the day. Everybody wanted those. I can't remember if Greg Jeffries is in this one or if he was in '89. Dave Winfielder's a Hall of Famer. Fernando. Jimmy Key. Rick Shoe, nice. That's way off center. Oh, there we go. Phillies leaders, but who's on there? Juan Samuel. No. Eisenreich, another Philly, eventually. Willie McGee, Speed Demon. Peak. A lot of cards so far, nothing of any good. Hopefully this will change because we haven't pulled any good names. These were pack search, I'm going to be ticked off. But we'll see, it's still a fun break. Pirates, Tim Raines. Record breakers, Phil and Joe Niekro. Literally the same cards. Oh, there's Don Mattingly, nice. Alright. It's a little off center, but it's still a sweet card. Oh, there's a spot on his name down there too. I wonder if he's related to Mike or Scott Kingery from Philly now. I'm not sure. Ortiz. Oh, I see Darryl Strawberry there. Yeah, centering's an issue with these cards back in the day. Not the nicest, but we'll set that aside. Hojo, Howard Johnson. That's a cool card. remember Howard Johnson being one of those players who was kind of under the radar in '88. He wasn't like hyped up. I don't know if there really was hype back in the day, but he would always put up like solid years, and he never really got the credit that he deserved. Barry Bonds and the Pirates leaders. Speaking of people who got credit that they didn't deserve, Sid Fernandez. Jim Leland, great manager. See Barry Larkin in there. Nice Larkin. Rob Deere. Dude would put up massive stats and strike out like a ton. God, look at it. Striking out 186 times in 474 at bats in '87. My God. 238 batting average, but 28 homers and 80 RBI, which is quite a bit for back in the day. Before the steroids really became rampant in the league. Eric Davis. It's a nice card. And it's a little off top to bottom, but we'll set that aside. Bobby Witt. We're not worthy. Yeah, I'm starting to get a hunch that these were pack search because we're not pulling really anything. I mean, I know there's like 8 million cards in the set, but we'll continue. Kirby Puckett All-Star, that's pretty sweet. That's a nice card. Team leaders, Willie Randolph All-Star. Donnie Baseball All-Star. Another one with a dot on the side. Robin Yount off-center. Whoa, another one of the measles cards. Johnny Kruk. Oh my God, look how young he was. Good heavens. Andy Van Slyke. That's a sweet card. Willie Wilson. Wasn't he? I'm too young to remember, but I think he made the last out in the 1980 World Series. This one. I remember his stat line from 1980. He led the league in at bats, runs, hits, triples, stolen bases, and at a .326 batting average. Good heavens. I mean, he led the league in triples 1, 2, 3, 4 times. I mean, wow. Alan Trammell. That's a nice card. All right. There's that Sam Horn card. That was the hot rookie back in the day. I think it was at 87 now. It says it was his rookie there. Harkins dad. Oh, it was Bo. Nice. Jay Bell. Not sure if that was his rookie card. He had a pretty good career in the 90s with the Pirates. Ken Herbeck. Cool. Kirby Puckett. Oh, there we go. Tom Glavine. Okay, so this has probably not been a pack searched box then, because there's a sweet Tom Glavine and it is really nicely centered. So it makes me think that we're just pulling some random, junk in the junk wax quite a bit, because that card would have been taken out of the pack, almost guaranteed, or out of the box if somebody was searching through these. So let's set that one aside. Set that Kirby puck over in this puck too. Doug Sensei, that's a cool card. Now with Cardinals. Did he play for Baltimore? Yeah, he was with Baltimore way back in the day. Sosha. Another card back there? Oh, there's. So. Alright. Billy Ripken. I didn't realize he had a card other than the 89 infamous Flair Rick face, if you will. Billy, another Bill Buckner. Bill Schroeder. 3 Bills in a row here. It's like getting mail. Oh, nice. My brother is a huge Eddie Murray fan. Eddie Murray is a fantastic player. The record breaker. I don't know. I think there's a variation of this card. I'm not sure if that's it or not. I can't remember what it says, but I'll have to set that aside. It's pretty nice. It's a little bit off-centered. I guess it'd be that way, left to right. But it's a little nice card. Turn back the clock. Ron Blomberg. What was that all about? Angels Nolan Ryan pitched 2 of the majors, 5 no-hitters in 73. He recorded 386. I was just talking about the year. That's not anything specific to Ron Blomberg. Lloyd McClendon. What would you got here? 88 collectors edition glossy all-stars and prospects cards. You can get all these cards. Probably expired, I'm guessing. Let's see. Oh, you could get a trip for 4 to the 1989 spring training camp of the team of your choice. Yeah, 19 March. All right, well, clearly we can't get that. Oh, Barry Bonds. Here's Matt Noakes. It's not the base. There's Bonds is off-centered, but still kind of cool. Set him aside. Matt Noakes, set that one aside. Quisenberry had that sinker when he threw the ball. Man, that thing was just crazy to watch. And measles card. Still have about a dozen packs left. Another Billy Ripken. Let's see if any of his brother will show up here. Let's see what we got. Mike Smith, Jim Bell, Herbeck. No, this is like the same pack. Gary Carter. Rest in peace, Hall of Famer there. Nice card. Set that over. Goose Gossage. Bobby Bowe. Still getting paid by the Mets to this day. Google it. He signed an incredible deal way back in the day. So Buckner. Here's some of the Bills again. Another one of those Eddie Murray cards. This is weird that we're getting the same exact things, but I wonder if that means there'll be another Glavine coming up. Dwight Evans. People saying he might get voted in from the Veterans Committee or whatever they're called now for the Hall of Fame one of these coming years. One second. Wow. Ah, nice. Nolan Ryan record breakers. Wow, that is sharp. That is perfectly centered too. That is gorgeous, gorgeous. Yeah, this definitely would have been taken out of collation if somebody was searching. Set that one aside. I didn't bring any penny sleeves with me to load these up, but I'll do that after. Oh, Rocket Man, Roger Clemens. Not bad. Little OC left, right, but still, that's a sharp card. Shane, Return of the Mac. Mosby, no. Kelly Gruber. I think it was Fred. Was that Fred McGriff's brother? I think so. Jesse Barfield, another guy who was a little bit under the radar and underappreciated for how good he was. Okay, see some rookie cup in here. Let's see what we got. Gordon, no, Al Petrie again. Terry Steinbach, Giants leaders. We already got this pack, or part of it. There's another rookie down there. Who do we got? Is it Ellis Burks? Yep. That nice mustache. Ellis Burks, that's a cool card. He was definitely a big name. He was like your Juan Soto of 1988, if you will. That's pretty good. I don't know if there's any value in that, but I'll look it up later. Glenn Davis, another good player. Look at those glasses, man. He looks like the guy from Bad News Bears. The kid that was the pitcher. From the original one in the 70s or whenever that came out. Candy Maldonado, Bruce Sutter, Chili Davis, Atlee Haymaker, oh, Ryan Sandberg, oh, it's of course, pull a Hall of Famer, and it's the gum card, oh well. That happens. I watched somebody on YouTube bust a box of 86 Topps baseball. Those are so hard to get 10s from those PSA 10s because of the black borders, and they pulled the Nolan Ryan card, which a 10 is like $700, and it was the gum card. It was just destroyed. But, oh. Bill Madlock, good player for the Pirates back in the day. Brett Butler, he's quite a speedy dude. Look at these numbers for stolen bases in a season. 21, 39, 52, 47, 32, 33, and never once was that the league leader for that year. I mean, in the 80s, you're talking, well, no, I guess Willie or Vince Coleman, Willie McGee were in the National League, but I mean, 52 stolen bases and you don't lead the league. 52 stolen bases is more than most teams have. A lot of teams. Homer. BJ Surhoff. Is that his rookie? He was highly touted back in the day. Yeah, I believe that's his rookie. Player. Steve. Another Hall of Famer. Let's see, All-Star, but it's the gum card. Oh, I see Dutch down there. Sox leaders. Yeah, that's Wade Boggs. Not sure who that is. Bert Blyleven. John Franco. I'm not sure, but I want to say he's still pitching. He started in '84, and he is now, when was he born? 1960. So he's like 40. He was like 60 years old. I think he's going to make a comeback. Just kidding. He played forever. Darren Dalton. It's nice. Tony Gwynn All-Star and Eddie Murray, back-to-back Hall of Famers there. Not too bad. Let's put aside. And we got about 10 packs. Something left. Let's see what we got. Another rookie cup card. Stanley. Tommy Hinzo. We got another Sam Horn coming down the pipe. Yeah. Casey Candale. I barely remember. Clark. Celine. Got quite the mess going here. Ricky Henderson. Not bad. Nicely centered too. These cards look very similar. Oh, Will Clark. It's perfectly centered and it's the gum card. Yeah. Like Will Clark was kind of like the next iteration of Don Mattingly. I mean, Don Mattingly was still huge at the time, but Clark was like a fan favorite. Like he was a hobby favorite. You know, he was just, you know, he had a pretty decent career too. Barnes leaders. Not sure if that's how the centering's supposed to be on that or not. I'm gonna look that one up. Al Leiter. One of the years there was something with one of his cards that was different color or something. I don't know. What's the other side? Fernandez. Vandenberg. Oh yeah, Mike Schmidt, nice. Moose Haas and Tim Tuffle's the gum stain card. Schmitty card. It's not bad. Pretty decent centering. To look that one over. My fave. Some of his cards though, they just like, I mean the 88 here. He's just wearing like a batting practice, like pullover and windbreaker type jacket. Same thing with his 1980 Topps card, which is such an awesome set. But he's just wearing a similar type thing. I don't know why. His 83 Topps is a gorgeous card. Wally Backman. Oh, nice Aussie Wizard of Oz. It's off center, but it's still a cool card. Alright, we have 5 packs left. Plus the one that I'm keeping, which I thought was really sealed. Bobby Bow again. Oh, another one of those Nolan Ryan record breakers. Nice. Excellent, excellent. Again, really nicely centered card. Mario Soto. Ooh, Rocket. Roger Clemens. Very cool. That one's really sharp. All right. Set that on there. Lloyd Mosby. Freddie McGriff. Crime Dog. He's probably going to get into the Hall of Fame. He definitely deserves it. Oh, there's Ripken. All right, that's well off center, but still, it's a nice card. Definitely. Tim Raines. Paul Assenmacher. Jim Rice, excellent. Cecil Cooper, he had some power back in it. I didn't realize he played that long. 241 home runs, says that he had several seasons over 100 RBI. Billy Bean, Freddie Lynn. Wow, Wally Joyner. That's the gum card, but I think his rookie was 87, I want to say. At least his rookie top one was. I can't remember if he was in the 86 set. I don't think so. Lou. That's a cool Keith Hernandez card. That is really cool looking. I don't remember that card. Rose manager card. Chris James, I don't remember him with the Phillies. All right, we're down to our last 2 packs. Let's see what we got. These Angels cards just have cool, whatever you call it, like just the look of the cards on the Angels. Maybe it's with the colors, this blue and the red. They just pop, all of them. They look really nice. Or Hershiser, sweet. I sent in a bunch of his cards. His 85 rookies, Topps rookies, they potentially get graded. It's a nice card. Pete Incaviglia. That's, I think his rookie had been the year before. He was a beast, putting up numbers like nonstop. That's cool. Charlie O'Brien. All right, last pack. Let's see. See if we can get the Nolan Ryan base, maybe your Barry Bonds. Let's see what we got. That white team name Keith Comstock. Humberdozy, Doug Jones, Sean Dunston. Jeff Musselman. Oh, nice. We pulled the Matt Noakes at the very end. Yeah, it is nicely centered too. Love it. Just a little bit of print error there, but excellent. Twins leaders. Is that Herbeck and Gaetti? Probably, I'm not sure. All right, cool. Well, let's just do a quick little, I'm not gonna take all, I set the Nolan Ryan and the Tommy Glavine aside. I don't want to risk them, but some of the good hits we got here. Matty Noakes, Incaviglia, Oral Hershiser, Pete Rose, Keith Ripken, Clemens. There's another one of those record breakers. Carefully set that aside. Mike Schmidt. Some of these are going to be not worth anything. I just want to look them up for my own purpose. Eddie Murray, BJ Surhoff, Ellis Burks, Clemens back there, record breaker Murray, Gary Carter, Matt Noakes. I forgot we did pull Barry Bonds. Other of those Eddie Murrays, Kirby Puckett, Bo Jackson, Kirby, Eric Davis, Darryl Strawberry, and Don Mattingly. All right, and of course we got the Keith Comstock in the blue, in the blue, in the blue. All right, so let's take a look at the carnage over there, and then there's some more down there. And other than that, I'm gonna look these cards over, and whenever I prep the next order to go out to PSA, we'll see how many of this stack is worthy of being a candidate. But we got, there's about 24 cards here all in all that are worth checking over. So at first I thought they were pack searched because we weren't pulling anything earlier, but we pulled quite a bit later on. So quite happy with this box. All right, that's all I got.